I'm going to explain you very important phenomena. That is how to solve quadratic equation. Quadratic. Why? Because in projectile motion as well as regular linear motion, you will come across some of the questions you can't take the time factor out. Because sometimes you get an equation like a x to the power 2 plus bx plus or minus bx plus or minus c. If you don't understand it by this, you will get like certain equations like this one. So let me explain you with a certain example. Imagine like you project some object with some 60 meters. So let me use some other color. You use like 60 ms minus 1 with an initial velocity of u, and there is a place just below it. Have a good, really good look at, and it will fall finally on there. This is what some kind of questions you may find in projectile motion. So, okay, the ball will travel some certain path like this. Okay, when you consider the vertical displacement only, vertical, you will see it has moved somewhere down here, somewhere down here. Okay, that is what your final displacement is. So vector quantity doesn't matter of the path, it is only considered the vertically. It has down, somewhere down. So you send initial direction is considered as the positive direction. So anything below that is negative. So finally you have to write like this equation, finding out the time. S equals to ut plus half at square is the equation that you will have to apply. Okay, here you know what is S here. S equals to what? Minus, as I said, like oh, say, I didn't give the value, no. S equals to minus 140 meters. So minus 140. And U is what? 60 ms minus 1. That is a positive value. And finally, acceleration. Due to gravity, we can nearly take it like nearly as 10. I'm going to apply all my values to this equation. Let me show you. Here, S is what? Minus 140. You have to keep that remind all the time. Minus 140 because it is triple uh, below the ground level, even below than the zero. Is equal to u is 60 times t minus half times 10 times t to the power 2. Okay, this cancel off, it becomes 5. So this equation you have to rearrange in this manner. 5t square minus 140. Sorry, let me get this form. You have to arrange the equation in this form, x square, then plus or minus x. So let me get this to the other side as well. 60t minus 140 equals to 0. Okay, so let me write that equation again here. Now this looks really weird, right? So this equation you can't solve in two ways. One is just product, getting the product of these two, multiplying these two, and that might be your knowledge you gain in your O level. So it is going to be 5 times 140 is 700 t square. It's the final result. You will have to get 700 t square by multiplying what? These two, and addition should give minus 16. It is a very big ask because the number is so big. I will tell you, rather than multiplying, you can divide all by some similar number. So what is the common factor here? If you don't have any common factor, there is no other way. You have to multiply. Here, 5 is the common factor. I can divide. So my final result, I'm getting like t square minus 12t minus 28 is equal to 0. Okay, now I have to find out the ways of finding 28. I will do all the steps for the first example. 1 times 28. Regardless of the number, just go ahead with the positive and negative. Don't consider about that. 2 times 20, 40. Okay, these are the only ways you can get. So the number, right? So there are some other ways as well. 3 times no, but 4 times what? 7. But here your difference is 12. Addition should multiplication should give 28 in this pair. If you why can't you get difference of 14 minus 12 would is likely to be what? 12. Right, difference is 12. But the difference is a negative value. So one should be negative. If this one negative, your answer will be positive. So your instinct should say like the bigger number you have to make it negative. So now it's not a big task. Now you can write this one uh, in a form of x plus 4, 2. Other one is x minus 14. Okay, your grade 12. Grade 10 knowledge. Okay, now either of these product should give 0. That's how x became 0. So the x factor actually is not x. I made a mistake here. It's not x. It's t and t. So now when you consider about this manner, see, t plus 2 should be equals to 0. That means you get the time value for minus 2. Okay, leave it. And the next answer is t minus 14 equals to 0. So your t value becomes 12. So time can never be negative. So answer, sorry, 14. Answer is what? 14 seconds. That is what your answer should be. Okay. In the last day of doing the class, we got some certain question like this. It is also a very tricky one. This certain tricky question. How will get here? I will rewrite it. 0.05 t square minus 40 minus 240 equals to 0. Now this looks very weird because with 0 decimal numbers, if you use your calculator, you can do it, no problem. But the problem is you don't have the access to calculator in the exam, so local system. See? So how to do? You have to make it a whole number. So how can you make it a whole number? Nearest whole number is t square. To convert that to t square, you have to multiply this by t square. So 20 times. You have to multiply this by 20 times. After multiplication, you get like t square minus 80 t minus 4,800 equals to 0. Right. Now, for another factor, I have to tell you, now don't worry about here. And in the previous one also, I have to tell you one thing. Okay, getting these pairs, missing these pairs. So always see this extreme is too big. See, difference is 27, no need to write. This one gives you the difference of 3, you have to go for the middle here. For if the difference is very small, get the extremes. If the difference is uh, too big, get the extremes. Too low, get the middles. So in between, so go for the positive, somewhere close to the positive extreme and negative extreme. If you don't understand that, just write all the pairs and find out. That plays with your IQ level. Okay, here. Now this one, t square minus 40t. So forget about these two zeros. Consider about 48. How can you make 48? 1 times 48 useless. Difference is just 47, but I'll write 2 times 24 is still useless. So difference should be something when you add like it, it should be something close to 8. No? It's difference. So the next thing is yeah, 3 times, but 3 times not 3 times. You can also go for 3 times as well. 3 times 60 and 4 times 12 and 5 times no. Again 6 times 8. So that's it. These are the results you may have. Okay, right. Now I can't have the values because there are double zeros. Put 1 0 to each. One of the trick. So if you don't understand the trick, go from the basic. It's going to be like a horrible experience. So use this type of techniques. Right. Your difference should be 8. Now see, make a vadammalani. No need to think about. So low extreme means only 20, no need to. Here the still you can say it's 120, no. But this there will definitely give you the difference of 80. So now see which one should be the positive, which one should be the negative. Answer is minus 80. So that means the bigger number should be the negative because the answer is a big one, close to 180. If the answer is a small one, you small one. So okay, now have it. 180. Now that means you have to write like t minus 120 and the other one is t plus 40. Okay. Now get the difference. This should be 0, this should be 0. Now see t minus 120 equals to 0. No, t equals to 120 seconds. In the next one, you will get like t plus 40 equals to 0. Oh, my answer is going to be like t equals to minus 40. Time cannot be negative, so your answer is 120 seconds. It will take some 2 minutes to get up. So this is how you solve this type of equation for calculation. Okay.